Okay, so before I start today's video, I just wanted to come in and explain a little bit because did not turn out the way that was originally intended. So I was vlogging today like I would normally vlog. Like I was just going through the day vlogging, and then in the middle of the day I had the thought, like it just was on my heart to talk to you guys a little bit about depression and anxiety, and I just took a minute out of the day to talk to you guys. And my thought was that I would just include it in the vlog. Like I was just gonna put it in the vlog. It was fine. Well, I'm sitting here editing and it's like 20 minutes long, so I'm not going to add that onto a vlog because that would be an insanely long vlog, and I just think it would be better if I split it up a little bit and did like a normal vlog for you guys tomorrow. What is my hair doing? I don't even know. But it was on my heart to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about it, and in editing it I'm realizing I'm kind of in a way being very vulnerable and like kind of throwing myself under the bus a little bit, if I'm being honest. Like that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm kind of throwing myself under the bus and admitting a lot of like issues that I have had in the past and that I still currently deal with. And but I think it's important, and I think it's important to be open and honest and share these things, but at the same time I didn't want it to come across like life was terrible before, and you'll understand what I mean when you watch what I'm talking about. But I love my life, and I've always loved life, and I'm so blessed, and I love my kids. My kids are my life. My husband is amazing, and I'm so blessed, and I've always known that I'm blessed. My depression and anxiety is not centered around like suicidal thoughts or feeling like my life is worthless or anything like that, and I know for many people it is centered around that. And my whole point of talking to you guys about it was just to kind of share my perspective, and let you guys know that you're not alone if you are dealing with depression and anxiety. It's hard. It's the hardest thing, you guys. And if you don't have anyone to talk to, if there's nobody in your personal life that you can relate to, I hope you watch this, and I hope that you feel encouraged, and I hope that you, if nothing else, just feel like you're not alone, because it's hard. It's hard, and there's no magic pill, there's no magic anything that can help you really get through it other than being open and talking to other people and trying to figure out what is going to work best for you and your situation. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. In the video, you're going to hear me say like, oh, well, I'm gonna continue with today's vlog, or okay, we're gonna go on and finish the rest of the day. Just know that when I was saying that, my intention was to include that little clip like in the middle of the vlog, but it didn't turn out to be a little clip, so we're just gonna post what it is. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope that this video resonates with some of you guys, and I hope it maybe like sheds a little bit of light, because when you do YouTube, there's a lot of judgment, there's a lot of criticism. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of sharing your life, and I've always gotten hatred, criticism, judgment, all of the things, especially being a special needs parent. So for me in the past, it's always been like, oh my gosh, I can't really admit the depth of my depression or the depth of my anxiety, because then all of these haters that think that I'm already doing everything wrong are just going to say that I'm even worse of a parent because I have depression and anxiety. But I'm trying to just come out of the shadows, because it's not anything to be ashamed of. And I have been ashamed of it. I've been so ashamed of it for years and years and years. And I feel like now that I'm able to breathe and I'm coming up and I'm seeing clearly for the first time in so many years, I just feel like it's so important to share, because if I had had someone that I could relate to or understand in the midst of my struggle, it might have made all the difference. So anyway, for all of you guys who have messaged me, keep messaging me. If I have not answered you, don't give up, keep messaging me. I do get a lot of messages every day, but I love you guys so much and I want to help you if I can, whether it's talking or whatever it is that you need help with. I do want to be there for you. So anyway, onto the vlog. I'm gonna shut up now. This whole video is basically me talking. So if you guys really hate me talking, this may not be the video for you. You may need to just wait till tomorrow's vlog, just a warning. But anyway, onto the video. Hey guys. Okay, so I just wanted to interrupt the normal vlog, and it is still the same day, you guys. I'm not like, this isn't like filmed separately. I just had this on my mind and on my heart, and while Jack is eating his lunch, I can hear him, don't worry. I just wanted to talk to you guys for just a minute. And I probably only have like a 10-minute window. Okay guys, so this is something that I have touched on in the past. It's something that I have kind of dabbled in, like talking to you guys about. I've even like done like, I think, dedicated vlogs to discussing this before. But the last month probably, and I get messages all the time, but specifically this last month, I have gotten an overflow, of messages. I just drank a cup of coffee and I think I drank it way too fast. So, which I don't normally do. And I have the hiccups now. I've had an overflow of messages. And I love you guys' messages, and I try so hard to get to every single one of them. But there's been a theme lately. There's been a theme, and I'm so glad that a lot of you guys are starting to feel comfortable like talking about it and coming forward and kind of being like, hey, I deal with this too. And it makes me realize that I need to share this more. So a lot of you guys are dealing with severe depression and anxiety. And I think this is something that I personally try a little bit to avoid, and I have definitely tried to avoid talking about it in the past, because when you suffer from depression and you suffer from anxiety, admitting that you have it, it's like in your head, even though this isn't true, in your head it's like, well, if I admit that I have this, and if I admit that I'm struggling with this, then it makes all of the lies that I tell myself every single day about not being good enough true. And that is something that I just wanted to come in and tell you guys that you're not alone. I have dealt with depression and anxiety since I was 14 years old. That's the first time I can remember really acknowledging and feeling like, yeah, I have this, like this is a problem in my life. And it's gone up and it's gone down, and I've been through a lot of ups and downs with my depression and with my anxiety. And even I got a message from one of you guys yesterday, and I'm not going to give away names or anything like that, but I was telling her in response to what she told me, and I'm not going to tell you guys what she told me because that's personal, but I was telling her that I have recently been looking back in old vlogs, and not even that long ago, and I am seeing so much pain and so much distress in my life through those vlogs. And even though I may have been smiling and I may have been having fun with my kids and all of these things, inside I was so depressed, you guys. And I'm not saying this like, oh, feel sorry for me or anything like that. Depression is hard and it sucks. There is nobody on the face of this planet wakes up in the morning, stretches and lays in bed thinking about their day and makes a list thinking, okay, today I want to feel unmotivated. Today I want to be tired and drained. Today I don't want to care about anybody or anything. Today I don't want to take a shower. Today I think I'm just gonna stay right here. I don't want to get out of bed. Today I think I'm going to cancel those plans that I made with my best friend. Or today I don't think I'm going to go to school because I just don't want to deal. Nobody makes a list of their wants like that. And it's not a choice. When you have depression, it is not a choice. That is just how you feel. That is just how it is. You have loss of motivation, you have loss of interest, you don't care. Like literally, like you don't care. You don't care. And that sucks and it's scary. And as a mom of 5 kids and as a mom of someone with 2 kids with special needs, saying that, oh man, I have depression and I have anxiety, in my head that makes me seem like, oh well, I'm a terrible mother because I deal with this. And that's not the case. That's not the case. And it's taken me a long time to kind of come to that realization, I guess, that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay, because I'm not alone. And so many of you guys have messaged me and said, I'm dealing with this and it's so hard and what can I do? And while I can tell you all of the things that I have done to help myself and to better myself, all I can really say to you is that I love you and I understand and you're not alone and there is hope. You don't have to feel like that. I'm not gonna tell you, when I have depression or when I've been dealing with depression, it makes me so angry when people are like, well, go exercise, go work out, you'll feel so much better. Well, go outside, go for a walk, go get some sun, you'll feel better. Or, oh gosh, what are some other ones? Or just choose happiness. You can choose to be happy. It's your choice. Just choose happiness. None of that is factual. None of that is true. None of that is a helpful thing to say. And if you've never dealt with depression or anxiety, you are so lucky. You are so blessed, and I'm so happy for you, and I pray that you never ever have to deal with it, because that is amazing if that's not something you struggle with. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. I'm like dancing over here or something, I don't know. I can tell you guys some things that have helped me. I'm not there. I have not reached my goal. I have not peaked and am where I want to be. But I am doing a lot better. And I'm doing a lot better because of 1,000 tiny little changes that I've made in my life. I don't know, I can't even, there's not even a list, you guys. There's not even like a to-do list that I can tell you guys, because it's so many tiny, minute things. Changing my daily schedule, waking up at the same time every day, trying to go to bed earlier, trying to get more sleep, making more time for myself, caring about myself and my appearance, working out, utilizing a lot of my essential oils in my daily life. And you know, just so many things. And I look back at videos even 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, and I can tell that my house, my house being messy, or my house being overly cluttered, or whatever it was a physical manifestation of my internal depression. And my husband deals with it as well, and it's something we've both been really trying so hard to work on and to better ourselves, and we're doing amazing, and we're doing so much better, and life is beautiful and life is wonderful, and it's always been beautiful and it's always been wonderful, and I've always known that, even in the midst of depression. But there are things that you can do that will help, and I can't tell you what those things are for you. I can't tell you what those things are. For me, I had to look around and think, okay, what stresses me out from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed? I can't blame it on kids. I can't blame it on having 5 kids. I can't blame it on, oh, I have too much on my plate, because we all have a lot on our plate, right? We all have a lot on our plate. We've all got kids. If you don't have kids, you have other things. You've got other things going on. We all have stuff, you guys. We all have stuff. We all have hardships. there's nothing specific to me that separates me from anybody else. I'm not special. I'm not special. And once I took away all of my excuses of why I'm feeling this way, why I'm unmotivated, why am I feeling like the world is crashing down on me, it was all me. Right here. It was all me. And I had to make a lot of small changes, and I had to change a lot of my habits. One example, I'm just gonna give one example because there's like so many I could give you guys. So and I don't know how, in my head, this is how I separate time. I have time at the old house because I view us living at our old house as my depressive state. And I know that sounds silly, you know, that is silly, but that's how I think of it in my head. We lived at this house. This is when I was super depressed. And then we moved into our new house, and this is when I'm super happy and doing better. And it doesn't have anything to do with the house. It has nothing to do with the house. It's just me and the changes that I have made. So I used to, the kids would get home from school and we'd do homework and we'd spend time together and all of these things. And then it would be a rush. I would feel in my head, I've got to get them in bed. If I don't get them in bed, I'm not gonna have any me time. I'm not gonna have any time to do anything. Why can't I just need them in bed. So I would rush around and I'd get the teeth brushed and pajamas on and homework done and dinner and get them fed and stories read and songs sung, and I'd get them in bed and I'd feel like, oh yes, I can breathe because all my kids are in bed. Moms, you know, it's nice when you have a little bit of alone time, but the way that I was spending those 3-4 hours a night was very, very poor. Very poor choices on my part. I didn't want to clean up the dishes. I didn't want to do my laundry. I didn't want to vacuum the floors. I didn't want to do anything that would help me and benefit me the next day. I didn't want to prepare lunches. I didn't want to get the kids' clothes ready. I didn't do any of that because I just felt that it was too overwhelming. And I couldn't. And part of depression is loss of motivation. The literal inability to do the smallest of tasks. And it's awful. It's terrible. So what would I do? I would get my computer and I would sit on the couch and I would eat ice cream and I would watch shows. That's what I would do at night. That's it. Nothing else. So the next morning, the stress would start all over again. I'd wake up. I wouldn't have the kids' clothes together. I wouldn't have anything prepared. I would have to make their lunches and the house is a mess and I couldn't get anything together, and it would pile down on me, and the depression and the stress and the anxiety would continue and cycle over day after day after day after day. And I didn't even realize it. And in fact, if anyone had pointed it out to me, I would have been extremely defensive. I would have gotten angry, and I probably would have just yelled at them because that's not true. That's not what I'm doing. Like, I'm not like that. I was like that. And it has taken so much internal reflection for me to change. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. But I just want you guys to understand that there are things in your life that you can change, and it's hard and it sucks and it takes a lot of time and a lot of pressure to change your daily routine. So now my nightly routine is we take our time. I don't care. I don't care when the kids go to bed. I don't have a bedtime. Usually on average, they're in bed by 8, but I mean, I'm not stressed about it. I don't care. They can come in from school, we do their homework, we talk, we play games, and it's gonna make me cry because it makes me realize like how good things are now, makes me realize how terrible things were and what a terrible cycle I was in before. See, I'm literally going to cry, and I'm not a crier. You guys know, if you guys watch my vlogs, like, it's pretty rare that I will like start tearing up, but that's just how dramatically our life has changed. We have family nights. We never did family nights before. I was too stressed and depressed and anxious to even fathom making popcorn for my kids and sitting down and watching a movie. No, that's not happening. I want you guys to go to bed. And it makes me sad that that's how things were. And I don't know if you guys saw it on the vlogs. We've been vlogging since 2009, since Zoe was like a year old. And I know you guys had to have seen the chaos and the clutter and the anxiety and me constantly putting myself down or being like, oh, I'm not wearing any makeup, oh, my hair's a mess. And I still do that sometimes. I admit, I'm still guilty. I do that sometimes. But it's just all of the things around me was a physical manifestation of internal depression and being so lost. And loving my kids, never neglecting my kids, never feeling like I was a bad mom, but I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, my routine now is we take our time, the kids go to bed, I sing them songs, I read them a story. There is no rush, there is no stress about it. When they're in bed, I do not sit down and I do not watch movies. I go to my desk and I work. I work to reach my goals. I write, I'm writing a novel. I work on writing my book. I work on my business. For an hour between 9 and 10 p.m. I put on my headphones and I get my phone and I go to Audible and I listen to my book and I go downstairs and I clean. I clean my kitchen, I clean my floors, I straighten the couches, I vacuum. You guys, do you see this room? This room is clean. Like, life is different. Life is different. And it has taken me realizing that I don't need that 3-4 hours of me time sitting down eating ice cream watching TV. What? That's not helping me. That's not benefiting myself or my kids for the next day. And now if I try to do that, if I try to sit down, I'm bored. I'm bored and it's amazing. I'll sit down in the evenings and I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a show first. I'm just gonna sit and watch a show first. 10-15 minutes into that show, I'm bored out of my mind and I don't want to sit there and I'm so antsy and I'm like, no, I've got to get up and do something. I've got to go fold the laundry or I've got to go clean the kitchen. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And I'm finding joy in a lot of the little things. And it hasn't been due to medication. It has not been due to anything but me. I am proud to say that I am off all of my depression medication. I tried to get off of my anxiety medication and I was smart and realized that I'm not there yet. I am still on anxiety medication. However, other than that, I'm off of everything and I feel amazing and it's all me and it's all up to me and there's not a pill that's gonna fix it. And I'm not saying that for you. If you guys are on medication that is prescribed by your doctor to help you with depression and anxiety, I'm not a doctor and I would never tell you to halt your medication. I got rid of mine because I felt that it was what was best for me. We were changing out a lot of things in our household. We were changing out a lot of the chemicals, our laundry detergent, our cleaners, everything to more natural products. You guys know we use Young Living. And we were utilizing our essential oils more and I knew what it could do for my body and I went with it. And for me, it has been the life change that I needed, that I so desperately needed. So anyway, that was a really long story time, and not really a happy story time. And I'm not trying to come in here and say that my life was awful before, because it wasn't. I didn't know how to organize and deal with the simple, mundane, day-to-day tasks. I had no idea. I didn't see anything that anyone else saw. And that's what was hard. I'm gonna have to go because Jack is definitely done with his lunch. But anyway, I'm just gonna continue today's vlog. If you are suffering and dealing with depression and anxiety, you're not alone. And I see you and I hear you, and I'm not going to give you any stupid advice like go for a walk. But I am going to tell you that it's all up to you. And it's hard and it takes time. It's taken me 1.5 years from the time I super started this is changing, I'm not gonna be like this anymore, to now it's taken a long time. It takes, oh gosh, what is that thing? I think it takes 30 days. It takes 30 days of repetition for your body and your mind to form a habit. So if you are trying to change the very essence of who you are, give it a month. Give it a month of consistency and effort. Consistency, that is the key, consistency. But anyway, I am going to go ahead. It is a disgusting rainy day outside. Oh, I'm just gonna plop this down. I've got my my tripod up. Anyway, ooh. I'm going to let you guys go in this little conversation. This vlog might be super short. I might have to like really cut it down because I don't know how long I just talked to you guys, but I just felt like it was necessary. I get so many messages from you guys and I love you guys, and I don't want you guys to feel alone, and I don't want you guys to look at our vlogs and see this like skewed part of our day and think, oh man, they have the perfect life and struggles have never happened. And you know, I probably should have talked about struggles like this before, but I don't know. It's just when you're in it and you're in that depressive state, it's almost impossible to do that. So, and it's not something you want to admit. So anyway, I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm going to go take care of Jack, and Piper has karate today, and I've got to go check on Nana and Nathan's cat. They are out of town, so we've got to go take care of their kitty. But anyway, on to the rest of the day.